And we have gathered all of them to show, first of all, how wide our cooperation is and to achieve our very ambitious goals. And we have extremely ambitious goals. India is a country of ambition. India has an energy that we don't find elsewhere in the world. And we want to catch on to that energy. And this whole team is there to serve that purpose. Together with our companies, together with our universities, our research institutions, etc., we want to show how a medium-sized country like mine can be of great benefit and use to the most populous country in the world. So very soon, the third biggest economy in the world, the biggest democracy in the world. So we want to show that that marriage is a marriage that is flourishing. It's been going on for a long time, but now there's a special momentum we feel. So we feel it's time for Sweden. Our current bilateral trade stands at $7 billion or euros, whatever currency you choose. We also have growing number of investments going in both directions. The Indian investments in my country, in Sweden, have gone up with 190%. We have 280 companies from Sweden established in India. They give livelihood to 2.2 million Indians. But we also have Swedish companies that invest in Indian companies, portfolio investments in India. And that's also a sign of the, let's say, of the trust that Sweden puts in India and in the Indian market. What are the prospects? Today, I made, together with my colleagues of Business Sweden, of the Chamber of Commerce, of the consulate, of my staff at the embassy, I made a pledge that at this very moment, with the geoeconomic situation we are facing in the world, we can easily, it's within reach, to double or triple our trade. I said, a little bit bold, I said 5 years. We have done it in the past. From 2016 to 2024, we doubled our trade, and we will do it again. I think actually it's changed dramatically, and I hear it from, we had the business climate survey that was recently published and actually presented today at this event also. And when we ask Swedish companies working in India, we see that 77% think that the business climate in India is good or very good. And this survey is conducted in more than 50 countries around the world. And India is at the top of that ranking. Where do companies want to be? Where do they feel comfortable with the legislation, with the services provided, etc.? It's India. So from that point of view, we've seen a growth in the positive figures over recent years, a steady growth. Reforms, I think that I've seen only in my 3 years in India how India is changing. So many things are being reformed. We see it in retail. We see it, you mentioned the GST, and there are other also legal changes that enable Indian consumers to have easier and cheaper access, of course, to their own products, but also to foreign products. You know, Indian companies, and we now have 70 companies with about more than 10,000 employees in Sweden. They look for, I think all of them basically look for the innovative ecosystem that we stand for. We are the second most innovative country in the world. We are the country with most patents per capita. We are the country in Europe with most venture capital investment per capita, etc. They're looking for that. That's why they make the journey to Sweden. We also have a substantial Indian community. Very soon, I think in 2030, we will have 1% of our population will be Indian. In 2024, the biggest group of immigrants coming to my country were Indian. So also that is, I think, builds confidence with the companies that this is a company, this is a country, this is a market where Indians thrive, where they like to be. This also links to our science and technology cooperation. We want to attract talents to come for our research programs. We want, of course, to benefit from their knowledge and their talent. And we are very happy when they're hired by Swedish companies to be part of our evolutionary journey. So it all links together, but I think it's the innovative power of Sweden that attracts companies to come. Many of them put their European headquarters or their North European headquarters in my country. We have low corporate taxes, we have skilled staff, staff to hire, and we have higher education.
We've already had this question from a lot of the heads of different countries, wherein we try to understand as to how big is the Indian market for the Sweden in terms of, say, for example, when we ask about a specific company as to how large is the Indian market, they tell us that probably it is the second largest market for our company. So where does India stand for Sweden?
India is our third biggest market in Asia, and growing. And we see in the last few years how many companies are diversifying their production base, but also their market approach to India. That is a trend that will not end. I mean, we see the growth of the Indian market, the growth of the Indian consumer market, and the mere size of the country, that will for sure continue. We are far apart geographically, but people to people and government to government, we are close.